Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. I really want to share this quote with you. I'd like to know what your reaction is. We may agree, we may not agree on what this man is saying. His name is F. Murray Abraham. He was on CBS Sunday Morning. This is the quote. The only way to become great is to believe that you are great. And that takes arrogance as well as humility. There has to be a balance that will take a lot of years to understand it. The only way to become great is to believe you are great. Creative people aren't always in agreement with the requirements of understanding each other's personal space and travels. I personally found inspiration and connection with F. Murray's quote, but I do know a lot of travelers who hear an expression like this, I am great, and instantly they push that conversation toward overconfidence and conceit. Rather than truly supporting the artist, such a quote pushes away those who might make the foundation of success even stronger. Gene Simmons had a quote. He said, if you don't think what you're doing is larger than life, nobody will. How about Stephen Furtick from Elevation Church? Stop saying I tried. Reach high. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. Quotes inspire me. They influence me. They change the path. And if you think I'm going to let it sit inside of me and not share it with you, boy, that makes me selfish, doesn't it? Man, if you could just say that 5 times, the only way to become great is to believe you are great. Say it over and over. The only way to become great is to believe that you are great. This is The Daily Mess. Making room. 2 words that either inspire or it shuts you down. To make room means clearing out. The process of letting go before letting in. Unless you're like most, and the mission becomes an act of pushing back. But what happens when your heart or house become too full? Another set of words that has the strength to dominate your vision and extension. I'd like to, but I've got no more room. Or I once did that, but I had to drop the idea to make room for another idea. Making room. I thought keeping a Google Calendar lifestyle would put me on a path of better choices, when in reality, it actually closes me off from the physical act of daily discipline in ways that tell the creative heart that, hey, you don't have enough room. The goal of making room has evolved into a field of workplace grazing. You know what grazing is, right? Cattle graze. People, sometimes on their daily diet of eating, they will graze small things at a time. That's what the Google Calendar has done for me. I have a lot of small things that I do, and I have no more room. A little here, a little there, always taking up space. So we learn together, okay, so I don't want to put in a 9-hour essential job. It gets old and mundane to be with the same people every day. I mean, look at these people. Snag a job? They are very happy. How about Instacart and Shipt? They are picking their own hours and their own space. But I want to dig beyond the surface of what we think we know and see what their Google Calendar lifestyle is. Because I see a lot of these Insta shoppers and Shipt people doing three orders at a time. And they become frustrated because there's so much and they think they're making a lot more money. Making room. 2 words that either inspire or it shuts you down. How do you make more room? Daily writing helps me make that room. Daily writing helps me understand the person who's clogging up the creek. I ask the questions, I question the answers, and I do want you to do the same. Maybe you're doing a position in your life where you're going, I'm not working for corporate America. What I'm going to do? I'm going to do it on my own. But you know what happens? Especially those who are new to retiring. You've got all of that space, all of that room, the power of choice. I talked with a gentleman just the other day, and I said, watch out. You're going to have all of that room, but your mind says, now I've got the time to do everything. And suddenly, you're clogged back up again in that stream. Write. Plan it out. Figure it out by listening to who you are. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Who are you? Why do you need to have this clogged up calendar? Making room. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.